Rocking with pettyblog.com.
It's your boy Snoop D-O-double-G, and you are now watching the Petty Blog.
I can't be on the Petty Blog.
Petty and T.
Petty.
So they already know that I'm dropping the T. So before we get into this, we want to put out a trigger warning as some of the details of this story may be disturbing to some viewers. This is the story about 13-year-old Kei'Mani Latique, who was reported missing by her family on March 18. But she was allegedly last seen on March 16, according to her 33-year-old father, Darnell Jones, and he claims that when he saw her, his daughter allegedly claimed that she was afraid to be home alone, so he spent about an hour with her before leaving. Then, on March 17, she was reported missing from school, which is not like her, so on March 18, her family filed a missing persons report at the police station. Then on March 19, her father went on the news pretending to be a concerned parent.
I came over here because she said that it seemed like somebody was trying to break into the house, so I sat for an hour.
That's concerning. Then on March 21, the search party for this precious teen began, but all along as police were interviewing the father, Darnell Jones, behind the scenes, his stories were not making any sense and were inconsistent, as we all know that the truth stays the same, but the lies tend to change.
She left glasses and keys. It ain't adding up.
So on March the 23rd, police quietly issued a warrant for his arrest, but initially they thought that he only abducted his daughter. So abduction was the initial charge. However, the police could not find him anywhere. Now, the next day on the 24th, while he was still being sought, Kei'Mani's body was found in an abandoned home that was burned down in 2022, and this happened in Toledo, Ohio. So sad. And then the next day on the 25th, the father was found and arrested after a shootout with the SWAT team after a statewide BOLO was issued, which means be on the lookout, and they found him in Columbus, Ohio, being that he was on high alert, so neighboring police had a location on his vehicle. Now, Darnell was shot by the police.
Do not know how many times, do not know where.
But he is expected to make it as he did not have any life-threatening injuries. He was supposed to be arraigned in court today, the 26th, but is still in a hospital recovering. So that's going to be rescheduled. Now let's get down to what he actually allegedly did to his 13-year-old daughter. And here's where some viewers may want to brace themselves. According to Toledo police, she was R-worded by him, that both of her hands were cut off by him,
had her hands cut off,
and he almost cut her throat off.
and her throat almost cut off.
Now, that's the extent of what they gave as far as details, but please keep in mind that the police in this case are saying that this is the most disturbing scene that they've ever been to.
This case is one of the most horrific cases.
And I do want to say that this was info that the officer was not supposed to reveal yet, that the family didn't even know what he publicly stated, so they had to find out like the rest of us. You know, when police find things out, they strategically let the public know at a certain time, but he was so outraged at how heinous this crime was that he spilled the beans.
This is an absolute animal that came into our town.
The story is still pending, as this case is still pending investigation, but that's the gist of what happened thus far. Wow. Our hearts are hurting for this innocent girl, that she had to go through what she went through, and at the hands of her own father at that. This is just tragic, and the fact that the dad concocted a story and even made the home appear to have been ransacked and ran through by whoever abducted her is diabolical.
Phone and surveillance video as factors in the initial abduction charges.
It's so sad that we truly have demons amongst us on earth, and what this man and even others do in this world is daily proof. Something gotta give. All in all, our thoughts go out to all affected by this. Rest in peace, Kei'Mani Latique.